David and Gray, thanks for joining us. I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourselves, who you are, who you work for, and what you do there.
Absolutely. I'm David Eichner with ICAN Software Solutions, and this is my daughter, Gray Eichner, who is taking over the helm of ICAN Software Solutions. We have developed 4 products for Acumatica so far, 3 of which came from our GP product lines. Our investment assets product is now available for Acumatica. We've actually done a few proposals with partners for pension funds. So if you have anybody out there that deals with long-term investment assets, perhaps family offices, insurance companies, holding companies, sometimes banks, and pension funds or endowment funds are another great fit for our investment assets product. We'll do interest accruals, amortization of discounted premium on bonds, as well as unrealized gain and loss adjustments. We actually will pull down market values, end of day market values for all the investment holdings that you have. And then when you want to run your unrealized gain or loss journal entries, you can generate those either using mark to market or lower of cost or market.
And I love details on these. We're less than 2 minutes in, and I already heard unrealized gain or loss. This is great. I love this kind of transparent conversation. These are the conversations you can have at Summit. Now, even though I'm not there physically, I get to have them virtually. This is great.
You're there in spirit, my friend.
Sorry, go ahead. Keep going.
So Address Verify is another one of our products that we're real proud of, and we just recently added functionality for you to schedule the processing of the address verifications. We'll track which ones have been verified and which ones haven't. If you change an address, it'll pop back into an unverified status and can get picked up by the processing screens that you can schedule those to occur for. So we see some people, maybe they want to process the vendors and customers every night. Or maybe they just do it on the weekends, just depending on the amount of throughput that you have. And then we've added processing screens to process the purchase orders and the sales orders as well. We have to do those on a separate screen, but we have those 3 processing screens. On the main processing screen, you can choose from the type of address. So if you really wanted to get granular, you could schedule to process customer addresses at a different time than vendor addresses or employee addresses. But it'll allow you to not have to do it one by one, but to be able to have a scheduled process that automatically does those for you. The other thing I wanted to mention.
Can I ask you on that product? I forget if we've talked about this before. What's the service on the back end that's verifying those addresses?
So we're utilizing the United States Postal Service API. And each client will register to get their own account with the USPS. And then we let you store that account in our product. So it utilizes your own specific account. There's a free dev account that you can schedule or register for on the USPS website associated with that.
So you pay the licensing to USPS, and then you just pay ICAN for the...
Yeah, there's no cost.
Okay.
On USPS, which is nice. And then we have a lot of people will charge you for every address that you verify. Our shtick, as it were, is that you pay a flat amount per year of $500 per year, which is really less than $42 a month for an unlimited number of addresses.
Good math there, by the way. Sorry, go ahead.
I was a CPA, right? So those are our 2 very, very popular products. We're also marketing this year at Summit. We're talking about our mass supply products. So sometimes people will just want to mass auto apply all of their payables or all of their receivables, or maybe a range of customer IDs or vendor IDs or range of document dates. So our mass supply products allow you to do that with a preview and then a process. The other piece that both of them let you do is import specific apply information from Excel. So if you have apply from and apply to information in Excel, you can import that in, again, do a preview and then a process. With one click, it'll do all of those applies.
I like that.
We're looking for more product ideas. So if you have something you think Acumatica should be able to do and it doesn't, please feel free to reach out to ICAN Software Solutions. We're always looking for great ideas. I've actually been documenting a number of things while I'm here.
We've been taking notes.
we're gonna get a print receipt functionality or an action that Acumatica currently does not have. Right. So when you do, say you receive a check from a customer, you really should have an action to be able to send an email to your customer saying, "Hey, I received your payment."
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, so we're going to do that. And
we figured that out because I was having to try to send receipts. And I was like, wait, they don't do that? And we were like, oh, that's an idea.
Yeah, and the funny thing is credit card processing like eBizCharge does, right? So if you install eBizCharge, when you do the credit card receipt, they do have an action for sending email, right?
But not for checks. Yeah.
They don't have it if you're just doing a regular check or something like that, or an ACH transfer or something of that nature, where you're just entering it into receivables. And we think that it should be there for everyone.
Well, Gray, I got to ask you, is this your first Acumatica Summit?
It's technically my second. I went to the one in July. It was for the practice owner training, so I didn't get to go to all the different sessions. I was on like a set track. So this is my first free experience of like roaming the halls and deciding where I want to go. And it's very cool.
And you've got 2 COVID flavors of Summit that you've been experiencing so far. That aside, what's it like for you coming into the Acumatica space? Is it bigger than you thought it would be at first, or what's the impression?
Very much so. I came from nonprofit world before working for ICAN, mostly because I was like, I want to go out on my own and figure out my path in life. And then I did that for a bit, and I was like, this is not as fun as I thought it would be. I think it'd be a lot more fun to work for my dad's company, and it has been a lot more fun.
Yeah. I think she's going to take ICAN software much farther than I ever did, actually. So she's very
props to you for staying in this space. I've heard people describe it as it's not the kind of space that just gets handed to you. Like, it's very much a pull yourself up from your own bootstraps kind of a space. And it's not the real estate space where you just get to enjoy your parents' passive income. This is a space where you got to get to work. So big props to you for stepping in and being willing to participate in this ERP, mid-market ERP.
My first day on the job, you were like, okay, we're gonna just start doing bank reconciliation statements. I'm like, cool, I've never really done one before, but I'm willing to learn. So we're gonna just.
And she picked it up really fast. So
great attitude.
She's using Acumatica. She's doing bank recs and cash receipts and kind of managing our product sales, contract billing for all the recurring renewals. What else have you done? She taught herself WordPress and has done our website. She's updated our website. So everybody go out and take a look at that.
We do have a YouTube channel that I.
Okay.
I was like, he has all these products and he does demos so well, but they weren't being recorded. So I'm like, let's do it. So we do have an ICAN YouTube channel. It's attached to our website.
Yeah. If you go to our website, all our products now have demos, I believe. And just a nice fresh redo of our website that Gray has really done a fantastic job with.
I opened WordPress and I was like, nothing's been changed since 2012.
That's a very common story in this space.
It's been good.
Yeah. No,
well, it sounds like you keep saying product, and it sounds like you're very interested in your products that you're developing for Acumatica. Maybe what are you thinking as far as the future goes in that area?
That's going to be ICAN Software's focus from now on. We haven't sold Acumatica in a couple of years. We think that there's more value in the ISV side of things for us. So we're just going to be updating or maintaining our GP products and creating new Acumatica products, much like Address Verify. We're looking for things that we can improve within the product. Like I said, we're always open to ideas. I think Summit and any kind of customer interactions, whether you have a booth or not, are always great places to get new ideas. So Gray was talking with one of our Address Verify customers or partners who has a customer, and we just found out recently that there are a lot of ship-to addresses that don't have a postal address.
Which we didn't know.
Which we didn't know. So we're actually going to be looking at seeing if we can follow up with a API for FedEx.
Oh, like in a construction scenario or a field service scenario. Oh, okay.
Exactly. So as an alternative or as another check, if we don't find it with the USPS, then if there's an API, and I'm pretty sure there is, but we're going to find out if there's an API that we can tap into for UPS or FedEx that would cover those types of situations.
And we're also, like, in general, since I'm still very new to us, I'm taking everything in like a sponge, and I'm just like constantly asking people like, well, what would you like to see? We're very much in this like new, like, we just finished, getting a bunch of our old GP products onto Acumatica, and now we're looking to the future, like you're saying, of just going, what do we want to work on next? So we're kind of just in that fun brainstorming time right now. So if people do have any ideas or like, I really want this, I'm like, tell me, give it to me. Let's start planning.
That's a great attitude to have in that space, because it seems to me, this is my impression, that if you're going to play in the ISV space for Acumatica and you're going to build in the Acumatica product, you just got to be ready that Acumatica is going to steal your ideas. So you got to constantly stay like one step ahead of them. So that sponge continuous improvement mentality is like the only way you're going to survive in that space.
So true.
Yeah. But, there's plenty of ideas, and what we're going to try to do is we're actually going to try to get a hold of the Alexa business skill piece, right? Because Acumatica shared the add-in on the Acumatica side, but they didn't ever give us the sample code for the business skill on the Amazon side. And if we can, I would like to create a business skill for Alexa that would allow for people to create records, not just kind of get inquiry, but let's say create a purchase order or a stock transfer from one location to another with verbal commands, kind of like Star Trek, right? Can you imagine having the ads on TV with Star Trek uniforms and saying, computer, transfer X quantity from position A to position B, or computer stock count for item at location X is 300. There's no reason from an API standpoint that Acumatica couldn't do that. And it's just a question of getting the business skill to do those types of things.
I'm curious on that. Would you be like, instead of piggybacking on the Acumatica skill, would you have your own ICAN skill? Is that how that would work?
What I'd like to do, since Acumatica doesn't seem to be doing anything with that business skill, I want to talk to Sean and see if there's any way that we can get access to that code and permission to kind of take it over and bring it to fruition. Yeah. Because I think it would help everyone in the Acumatica channel if you could be wearing Alexa glass frames, hands-free on a warehouse floor or a manufacturing job shop floor, and to be able to create records, right? In manufacturing, we might be able to add labor and materials with voice commands during the process of manufacturing using the Alexa glass frames.
You might not even need Alexa Glass if you just had an earpiece. If you had good audio feedback, you could do it all voice, right? You wouldn't even need a screen at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
You would know if it got created successfully and all that. You might just be able to do it like just purely audio. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, the Alexa Glass frames are purely audio. They don't have any kind of visual interaction. It's all just like a voice in your ear, and you can talk to. So the frames. Okay. I actually have my bifocal frames are my Alexa Glass frames.
Okay.
And so you can listen to music while you're doing, gardening, or you can talk to Acumatica through Alexa.
Both cool and creepy at the same time.
A little bit.
But I mean, just imagine the marketing with the Star Trek uniforms, I think would be a big hit. I mean, it'd probably make Acumatica sell a whole lot more.
And also, like, looking at it from like an accessibility standpoint, it would allow people who maybe don't have as much mobility to be able to access it.
Oh, I love that generational compliment there. You got the Star Trek analogy and you got the accessibility analogy. Gray's going to help
Well,
pull,
we like
pull
Star
you
Trek
into
too.
the 20th century. That's awesome. Well, hey, thanks you guys for taking time out of your busy summit schedule. I appreciate it. Anything else you want to bring up before we wrap it up?
We'll just give everybody a view of the beautiful Wynn Hotel here with all of the. We just came out of the lunch. We had to jump out of the lunch quick,
quite good.
so which was very good. Chicken and sausage and salad, very
Excellent.
nice.
Excellent.
Not to make you jealous or anything.
I am jealous. Well, hey, thanks again. Any other last things that we missed that you want to bring up?
Nope, just ICANCloudapps.com is the website. Go check out the new website that Gray put together and check out some of our product videos there for Acumatica.
Excellent.
Thanks,
Thanks
Tim.
again. Enjoy the rest of your summit.
Nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.
You too. See ya.